guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're starting off in my truck again with the trailer attached and the skid steer on the trailer. So headed down this old gravel road right now to go look at some equipment. It's actually at my grandma's house, so I already know what all of it is. But just wanted to clean the place up. I told her I can make her some money and she just can't give it all away. And I said, I'll just come and get it and make you some money instead of giving it away. So gotta drag some stuff out of the weeds, and some of the stuff's actually mine that I never went back and got. So before it gets gone, I'm gonna come back and get it. So got my skid loader on the trailer, got the bucket in the forks near a pond where I gotta get all the stuff from. So it's all washed out, so I had to bring the bucket to fill in that so I can get across. I was just gonna bring my tractor over and just drive through it, but it's easier just to fill in the holes than drag a bunch of stuff over here, even though it's not too far from home, but it just makes it easier on me. Even though I'm probably not gonna be able to haul my skid loader back home with me today, but I got my telehandler at home so I can get this unloaded and come back for my skid loader. No issues there. So I'm about over there now, so once I get over there, I'll show you guys what everything is and read a Bible verse over you guys and possibly get some drone footage of me loading up my trailer. So for now, I'm gonna set you guys down, get everything unloaded, situated, and start dragging stuff out and up to the road, and then pick guys back up, read a Bible verse over you, and get into today's video. So I made it to my grandma's house and she's not even home. She literally just told me an hour ago that she wasn't going anywhere till next week. So she changed her mind too easy. I mean, too quickly. She bought my car off of me and I just got the title to her. So she probably went to get plates for it, even though she told me she wasn't going to town till next week. But oh well. But before we get it started into today's video, I need to read the Bible verse over you guys. And today it's going to be coming out of Acts chapter 20, verses 34 through 38. And it says, "You yourselves know that these hands have provided for my needs and for those who are with me. In every way I've shown you that by laboring like this, it is necessary to help the weak and to keep in mind the words of the Lord Jesus. For he says, it is more blessed to give than receive." After he said this, he knelt down and prayed with all of them. There was a great deal of weeping by everyone, and embracing Paul, they kissed him, grieving most of all over his statement that they would never see his face again. Then they escorted him to the ship. So there's today's Bible verse for you guys. Hopefully they touch you, because those definitely verse 35 there is definitely a touching verse, and make sure to study over that verse because it's a really good verse that means a lot. It's a good verse. So make sure to study on that verse, and just keep God number one in your life through your daily journeys, and he will get you through it, even through the ups and downs. So yeah, I made it over here to Grandma's house, and I guess since she ain't home, I can't bug her even more. I'll just get to work, I guess. I was gonna bug the crap out of her because that's what I like to do. That's what grandkids are for. Bug the crap out of your grandparents. But since she's not here, I guess I'll just get to work. So I gotta drive back the lane and whatnot to get the stuff that she wants gone. And then some of the other stuff we left behind as well. So might load some of that on my trailer too, just to get it out of here and get it gone. Because like right here's a lawnmower that my parents bought with their house. It used to be nice until kids like me destroy everything. Yeah, back in the day we probably abused this thing. So just got pushed under this lean-to here and forgot about it. Used to run. I drove it right there. I was gonna rob the deck off of it and put it on a lawnmower I just got for free, but I came over here earlier and there's no mower deck on it, so I'm not sure where the mower deck went. Either I've lost my mind or someone took it. I'm not sure. The hood, I don't even know where it went. It probably broke because I liked back in the day to act like a monkey and jump on lawnmower hoods, and yeah, they like to crack because we used to fill this barn with hay, and the lawnmowers would always be near the hay, so you'd climb on the lawnmower to get on the hay. I'll show you what my grandma's lawnmower looks like. It's got a big old hole in the hood, which it's in the barn here. Right here, it's in the barn. Look at that big old hole in the hood on that thing. Yep, my foot went right through there back when I was younger, so. Dandy, that's a dandy there, folks. So I might load that lawnmower up, not sure yet. I'm gonna go back there, and I honestly forget what's all back there. Bunch of running gears, I know that. Half of them are ours, because we forgot to get them. I don't know, I guess I'll get them all drug out. Take the drone with me probably, throw you guys up in the air. Get them back up here to the house and get them loaded up. So, yeah, guess I'll throw you guys on the drone or maybe the tripod and get to work. So as you can see, made it back here. We call this the pond field. It used to be pasture back in the day when we had cattle over here. This is my grandma's place. And yeah, we used to farm it. And this is just, right now, as you can see, I'm pulling out a running gear. There's a few running gears here in the weeds that I pushed back here back in the day, probably 8 or 10 years ago. Just get them out of the way because we didn't use them. So the first one and this one here is what my grandpa bought. Back in the 90s or early 2000s. He converted them into hay wagons. And they were originally anhydrous running gears. Right there, I'm pulling up some metal from just a barn roof when the barn blew away from a tornado. And then, yeah, I'm trying to dodge all these thorn trees so I don't get too many flat tires and come after this running gear here that my grandpa gave to my dad because my grandpa upgraded running gears so he'd go a little quicker down the road. This one probably walked all over or something's wrong with it, so he replaced it. And my dad never got to build a hay wagon out of it. So I just put it back here. And I think my plan with it is going to be to build a hay wagon out of it since I picked up some more hay ground. It'd be nice to have another hay wagon. So it doesn't really want to turn right now. It needs a little attention. But it's overall a decent running gear and should make a pretty good hay wagon by the time I give it some love and make a bed for it. So there's 3 running gears back here in the weeds. When I first came back here, the grass was so tall I couldn't even tell where they were at. But yeah, we used to have a bunch of equipment along the tree line there, and I hauled some of it off to the scrap years ago. I thought there was more back here, but there's only these 3 running gears and a couple other things. But right now I'm trying to hook up the running gears, and in a few I'll probably hook up the last one so I don't have to make as many trips. But yeah, right now I'm headed back for an old trailer. My grandpa built this trailer homemade. He hauled firewood and lawnmowers and whatnot. And a few years ago, I actually used this trailer to haul some lawnmowers. But as you can tell, it's pretty rotted and missing a lot of the wood now. That's what some years in the weather will do. This thing was homemade by my grandpa, though. And I mean, the frame support's still in decent shape, just needs new wood. I just lifted it up because it was easier than getting out and putting a pin in it. But yeah, all the trees I'm dodging are thorn trees, and right now I'm pushing a tire out of the way. Yeah, there's like a dual or something off a WD or something back in the day. But as you guys will be seeing in an upcoming video, I actually mow this for hay. And then I didn't record anything, but I actually did get all these trees cut down, and so I can keep mowing it for hay. Now I'm walking over to where the wagon was because the wagon used to have a rear gate on it. The rear gate wood all rotted away, but the rear gate main frame is still back there. So I think I'm moving it around so I can get down there with the skid loader to lift it up to throw it in the wagon. But those are the 4 pieces back here that I am after. But it ain't too heavy of a piece, but since I had the skid loader here, I figure I might as well just use it and go from there. And yeah, just clean the place up here for my grandma, and make it look nicer. Even though no one goes back here or sees anything, she just wanted it cleaned up and not trees growing up through everything. And she wanted all these thorn trees cut down anyway, so since I mowed it for hay, I figured I'd do it for her, get them all cut down, and go from there. But right now, I think I'm just looking around, see what other goodies are still in there. I know my uncle had been in there and took some stuff out, but I don't think there was too much goodies left. Now I'm just moving the drone. Come back over here. That running gear I was going to put in the front, but I realized there was no rear hitch on it, so pulled it back to the back here to get it hooked up. I mean, they're overall in decent shape, make good hay wagons, but they have already sold on auction time. They brought like $60 a piece, so not much, but better than scrap, so I'm not going to complain. And yeah, so get all these 3 hooked up together, and then I will be pulling them out of here as long as I can make it through all these trees and whatnot, because it gets pretty tight back in here. And then I'll come back for the wagon after that. But yep, just coming around to the front here to hook up and hit the road on back to the house. I wish the skid steer went a little faster, but I guess I can't complain because it is a 2-speed. If it was only 1-speed, it would go really slow. But yeah, here I'm hooking up the second running gear. Since it don't turn, it was a little tricky. And then the holes weren't big enough for one of my hitch pins, so that kind of sucked too. But I found a bolt, and I got it done, so that's all that matters. But yeah, struggling here to get that pin in. I'll get it here in a minute, I think. Now I'm coming to the back here to, hook that one up. And then I'll hook up to the skid steer and head on back up to the house. Yep, here we go. On up to the house through the trees. I'm surprised it didn't crash my drone here in a minute, as you guys will see. I'll bring it in. Yeah, we used to mow where all these beans were for hay, but things change over the years, and it's just life. But we don't farm any of this anymore, and don't come over here much anymore, but that's all right. Busy enough the way it is, so I ain't gonna complain. So yeah, I don't know how I didn't crash my drone through out there, but I guess I must be getting better at flying this thing, even though my skid steer is a foot pedal. It's like a 0-turn lawnmower, so it is kind of hard to fly this thing while operating the skid steer. But I got it done for you guys. And I figured I'd just do voiceover here, just so you don't have to listen to music. I'm sure you'd rather listen to me talk than listen to some boring, crappy music that I just keep getting copyrighted for. But yeah, they're all trailing through here pretty nice. And here's the tight part that I didn't know if I'd make it through or not. But we managed to get through here just fine. It's like it's a train coming along here. And then I trimmed all them trees too to do hay, get through without scratching everything up. But here we are, trucking back up the lane now. Figured I'd fly my drone up so I don't have to worry about it. And yeah, as you guys can see, it's nice bean fields now. It used to be nice hay fields. But yep, that's about it on this. Dragging the equipment out of the weeds. Because I'm just dragging them up here to the house now and load them up on my trailer and bring them home with me. I do manage to get all 3 running gears on my trailer and the other wagon and that mower that you guys seen in the beginning of the video. I did have to come back for my skid loader, but I've been doing a lot of work over here, so my skid loader stayed over there for a while. But yeah, there's 2 anhydrous running gears and then just a normal running gear for a hay wagon or dump bed or whatever you wanted to do with it. Now I'm just flying around showing you guys what I drug out of the weeds, because it's been sitting in there for a few years. Most of it, all the tires held air, and I was surprised. Well, I was gonna put you guys on the tripod to load up, and then I forgot. I loaded 2 pieces and then remembered to throw you guys on tripod, and then just said screw it, I'm just gonna load it. So got everything on my trailer. Got home a long time ago. I've been working on some other stuff and ate some late lunch. But yeah, as you guys seen in the drone footage, there's 3 running gears and then a junky old wagon. The 2 blue running gears are old anhydrous tank running gears. So I'm probably just gonna throw them 2 on auction time and go from there. This one, the bottom one right here, is an old running gear from my grandpa. That's my dad's. He just bought a new running gear and gave this one to my dad. So I'm deciding whether I want to build a hay wagon on that one or not, because my dad don't want it, because he don't really do nothing anymore. I mean, he does a little bit of hay, but he don't need a hay wagon. So I'm deciding whether I want to build this out to be a hay wagon or just sell it on auction time too. But yeah, that's that one. I'm at least gonna put the 2 blue ones on auction time. They used to be hay wagons back in the day, and before that they were running gears for anhydrous tanks. And then this little junky red wagon here used to be my lawnmower hauling wagon back in the day. But as you can tell, the weather has definitely got to it. It's rotted out. Used to have a ramp door on the back, and used to be a really nice trailer. This trailer my grandpa hand built. Used to be a really nice trailer, but it's what weather does. Rots everything out and makes it not too hot anymore. So yeah, those are the 4 pieces I drug out of the woods. And then here's my dad's lawnmower that he bought with the house. Used to have a hood, like I said, and a deck on it, but I don't know. I used to mow with it and whatnot, and then it just got pushed in the barn and completely forgot about for the most part. So it should still run. It ran when we parked it, which everyone says ran when parked. But I think it'd be pretty simple to get this little thing running and air the tires up, and maybe ask like $100 for it. I'm sure I'd get $100 out of the thing. If not, I can get $100 out of the motor alone. So, yeah, what I need to do now is I need to unchain, get this unloaded. Probably won't get it all unloaded tonight. But I've been working on some auction time stuff, so you guys better make sure to stay tuned to auction time, because I'm about to list a lot on there. So, I guess what I'm going to do now is sit you guys on a tripod, get this all unstrapped and unchained, and start unloading. Well, you guys probably can't see anything, but I got the trailer unloaded and it all in the yard over here. But yeah, it's dark out now, and yeah, you guys probably can't see anything. So I guess I will see you guys tomorrow. As you guys seen in that time lapse, I got both running gears washed up. And I got them pictured, so I just need to get them on auction time now. I'm sure they ain't gonna bring nothing, so if you are interested in these, stay tuned to auction time. And I also laid out a bunch of stuff to throw on auction time as well. Still got a lot more to lay out. So I'm sure everything's gonna go dirt cheap, and if it doesn't sell, then it's going right in the dumpster. So make sure to stay tuned to auction time if you want something cheap, such as front ends, fenders, just miscellaneous junk I'm tired of looking at, want to get rid of. And yeah, then I'll just drag this little wagon out here too. I'm sure it won't bring nothing as well. It's 10 foot long. So yeah, the other running gear I just pushed to the side for now. Gotta figure out if I want to build a hay wagon on it or not. And then the lawnmower I ain't touched yet, but at least get these 3 pieces on auction time this round and all this other crap behind me and go from there. So that's the plan. Still need to go get my skid loader over there, and yeah, but let me know if you guys want to see a video of me dragging equipment out of the weeds over there and using it. I know some of it's gonna need work, but most of it was usable when we parked it. So yeah, let me know if that'd be something you guys are interested in, going over there, pulling equipment out of the weeds and using it. And because I would be glad to try that out for you guys, for a video anyways. It probably will be more of a project than it's worth, but I guess I'll do it for you guys if you're interested in it. So make sure to stay tuned to the channel. Got a lot more videos coming out, so just stay tuned, and I guess I'll catch you all on the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care. God bless.